Hello everyone. Today we're looking at the barbell bench press. When we're talking about the barbell bench press, we got a number of muscle groups in mind. We have the pectoralis major and minor. We've got our anterior deltoids up here. We've got our triceps. We're going to be looking at three main things with those muscle groups: developing strength, developing power and speed, and then finally developing size or hypertrophy, depending on your purpose, whether that's bodybuilding or sports or powerlifting. Obviously, we're gonna program that differently, well, with reps and weights and rest and whatnot. But when we're looking at the bench press, there's a number of mistakes we want to account for and look out for. The first one is going to be losing contact with either the ground or the bench throughout the lift, right? And we'll talk about that in more detail in a minute. The second common mistake is going to be bouncing the barbell off your chest. Instead of having control throughout the lift, we're coming down quickly, dropping it, and then throwing it kind of up just carelessly. And then the third mistake we're going to see commonly is the flaring of the elbows. And we'll see that especially in people who have really dominant shoulders, but weaker triceps or chest, where they're coming over the top instead of finishing nice and up through the underneath. So kind of some of the cues and the cures, if you will, the fixes to help correct some of those mistakes are as follows. The first one is going to be keeping 5 points of contact throughout the entirety of the lift. Starts with 2 feet, strong foundation, then our butt, our upper back, and the back of our head. It's going to be our 5 points. They should stay in contact with the bench throughout the whole lift. Second thing we can do, a cue, will be to retract the scapula. Pull your shoulders back and down. That puts your chest up and your back is in a strong foundational position on the bench. From there, we can also cue people to scoop their elbows underneath as opposed to letting them flare out up top. Scoop underneath, pull your shoulders down and back. Now we're in a strong benching position. Some of the other cues we can use also are to go slow on the eccentric portion, meaning the lowering of the weight. For people who are going down too fast and just kind of throwing up the weight carelessly, we can emphasize maybe 2 or 3 seconds down during the eccentric to really slow down that motion and add in some more control to prevent injury and make sure that all the alignment is proper. So along the lines of alignment, we want to be grabbing the bar just outside of shoulder width, and we're going to be lowering down right to the bottom of our chest onto our nipple. That's kind of where you want to be hitting on your chest. From there, we'll press, boom, straight back up to our eye line. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a couple reps from the front here, and then I'll flip you over to the side. And from the side, you'll really be able to see those 5 points of contact, as well as the scapular retraction and the elbows coming underneath. And if I'm doing it right, you'll see my elbow should be just about stacked with my wrist, meaning they're in line with each other. All right, so here we go.